Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today. Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies. Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna. The best trade idea resource out there. Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Hump Day. It's not just Hump Day, it's also Coinbase Day. Biggest day of the week. I mean, let's get straight into it, guys. Or you know what? All right, we'll do a little bit of a preview, and then we're going to get straight into it. So, all right, preview for the day. We are, of course, going to be talking about Coinbase. I've got a good friend of ours, Matt Hammond, IPO expert. He's going to be talking about it. I'm going to be talking about the Coinbase sympathy stocks, all of your SOSs, your Voyager digitals, your Mars, your Riots getting hammered today. Not the day that we love to have, but that's what the deal is. So I'm going to break down Coinbase IPO thoughts there. We also have at least 2 trade ideas that I have to drop. We're going to talk about the cannabis trade into 420. And then at 12:45 Eastern, mark your calendars, put it down. CEO of Voyager Digital is going to be joining us. All right. That's the deal for today, guys. I'm going to make the first ask of the day, the same ask that I make every single day, which is like the stream, share the stream. Let's get the people into here. Let's get Zinger Nation going, guys. I mean, it's a big, important day for us. So, all right, without further ado. Oh, and Spencer, are we still waiting for SPAC's attack to end?
Yes, we are.
Yep. All right. So we're waiting for SPAC's attack to end. So let's dive into AMC then for a second, because I don't want everybody to miss Coinbase. Check this out. Producer Rohan, do we have that video ready to go? All right. Check this out. I'm about to play this video. I went to, for the first time since COVID, I went to a movie, like a live movie theater. And this video that I'm about to play is from 7 p.m. on Friday, okay? 7 o'clock Eastern, Friday night. Check out what the scene was like at an AMC movie theater here in Metro Detroit. All right, that's it. I mean, it was like empty, right? I mean, there was like nobody there. Like I couldn't believe it because the most thing that I know about AMC, right, is the share price, right? Is the first time that I've been to a theater since COVID. I expected it to be bumping, you know, maybe not pre-COVID bumping, but I mean 7:30 Friday night. Okay, I expected to have some people there, right? But I mean, literally. But that's the deal there. I'm curious if you people in other geographies, again, this was from Metro Detroit. If you have other experiences at AMC movie theaters, you know, drop them in the chat. I want to see where Zinger Nation is at with this one. I mean, have you gone to movies, you know, that actually had people there? I'm curious. I want to hear it. But all right, that's the deal there. And guys, if you're just joining us, we're about to have a Fuego session today. All right, we're going to be talking about Coinbase. We're going to get straight into Coinbase in a second here. We're also going to talk about the cannabis trade. We've got 2 ideas, a long idea and a short idea that we're going to be talking through. And 12:45 Eastern, CEO of Voyager Digital is going to be joining the Power Hour, giving his thoughts both on Voyager, where the company's at, and talking about the Coinbase IPO. But all right, I'm going to bring on a good friend of Benzinga, a very special guest, our IPO expert, Mr. Matt Hammond. Add him to the stream now. Matt, what's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, Luke? I am on the edge of my
seat.
Right. Been here for about 3 hours. Lots of coffee flowing through the veins. I see you got the Red Bull going.
Yeah, it's time to crack it.
Facing out. Yeah, and then
right.
we
are
very
close.
Opening. We're looking at
time.
about 365 to 370, based on the indication I'm seeing here on Webull. For those of you,
wait. Can you hold your camera up to the screen?
My camera?
Or sorry, can you hold your phone up to the camera? There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's
Oh,
not gonna show very well here.
All right, but if you're seeing that indication on Webull, that's actually Benzinga content. Shout out Benzinga News Desk.
There we go.
Are we're the ones who power Webull with their news and data. And let me go ahead and go ahead.
I said that's one of the probably the most valuable piece of information that you need at your fingertips when you're playing these IPOs, because especially if you're expecting the stock to go straight up, then you're expecting the debut price to be the best price that you can buy the stock. So right now we've got the debut or the indication price at 365.65. You want to have your limit order set at just above that. So maybe 367 or 368 if you're trying to maximize how much money you have to play. For example, if you're trying to play this with, say, $40,000, you want to have 100 shares. You can maybe bump it up to 120 shares and bring your indication price. So I'm going to be trading live, so I need to adjust I'm literally adjusting my order as we speak here. So
all right. Yeah, what are you doing?
So I've got about I'm trying to play this with about $50,000. So as the price goes up or down, I'm adjusting between about 140 to 145 shares, and I'm changing my limit order from about 367 to 370. You don't want to keep it too close because you don't want to miss the open, but you do want to give yourself just a little bit of wiggle room so that when it does open, you get filled, and you're hoping this goes up right away. There's a chance it goes down. There's a lot of people selling this. I forget what it is. It's 1.14. Okay, 115 million shares being offered here. So if everybody starts selling and there's not an equal number of buyers, yeah, the price is going to come down. But given how much hype is built around this IPO, we're expecting the price to go up, and we want to be in the front row, first in line, buy on the debut, and try to ride that initial wave up. So there's a number of different exit strategies, but for me, playing a hype IPO, the core strategy is, remove the emotions and the thought process out of the entry and get in on the debut, and then focus on, well, how am I going to get out of this at a profit, and more importantly, how am I going to get out of this without a loss? If you string enough plays together without taking losses, you're going to be profitable over time just by rolling the proceeds from each win or non-loss into the next play. We had people in my group who actually played the ALKT debut this morning. It debuted at 41 and ran straight up to 49. Dipped down to VWAP and went up again.
So take her on that one?
ALKT.
ALKT. All right, pulling up the chart. A new stock, Alchemy. I actually know this one decently from a company standpoint, not from a stock. And if you guys are just joining us, we are just diving straight into Coinbase right now. We've got Matt Hammond on the line with us. He is our resident IPO expert, right? He trades all of these stocks, manages a community that is solely focused on IPOs. And on a hot day like Coinbase, there's not a better person to bring on. And I want to hop back to some of the terminology that you were using here for a second, Matt. So basically what you're talking about is indication. And so let's go through what's happening right now.
Yeah, go to Coinbase right now. It's at 365.25 with a share imbalance of 573 shares. And once we get these kind of like non-whole numbers with share imbalances below 1,000, we're getting kind of close to where it could just go live at any second.
And basically the process that's happening right now is the market makers are trying to line up the order book, correct? So
Yes.
That way when the stock actually opens for trade, there's not going to be insane volatility. It seems like the stock is opening for a trade at a price that the market generally agrees upon. Is that accurate to say?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. It's a little bit different with a direct listing. We don't have the IPO price to kind of gauge any value on. The institutional bankers haven't bought in ahead of time. Oh, the indication price just jumped to 370. So time to adjust my order.
Okay, and so and again, guys, if you're just joining us, Matt is going to be trading this IPO live. So Matt, when you're saying that you're adjusting your order, Basically, are you trying to put an order in so that way you'll be one of the first ones to grab shares as soon as it's available for trading, or what exactly are you doing?
So what I'm doing is I'm setting a limit order just above the indication price, which is now 371.51. And if, it doesn't matter if I put like $400 as my limit order, I'll get filled no matter what at the best price at that debut price. Now it just jumped to 371.51. The reason I don't want to just leave it at 400 is because I have a limited number of funds to play this IPO with, and I want to maximize the number of shares that I can buy. So if I leave it at 400, I'm losing out on maybe 20 shares. So if I bring it down to say 375, now I've got an extra $2,500 to buy 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever the exact number is, that many more shares within my position.
Awesome. And Matt, question from the chat. Tell people what would happen if you had a market order right now instead of a limit. I don't know if you can place a market order.
Yeah, you
right
can't
now.
set a market order at this time.
When
I first started trading IPOs, that was kind of the biggest mistake that I would make. Is I would, I would wait. I would sit around waiting until I saw it start trading, and then I would put a market order in. And by then, okay, we're really on the doorstep here. And then I would get filled, after the stock had already gone up a few dollars. And I thought, how am I going to get faster at, doing these orders? Then I realized, wait, you can set a limit order and get it right away. And especially on some of these Chinese IPOs that have just halted the second they go live, halted 10% right away, like you saw with UTME last week. I was able to buy that at the at $11.40. It's traded immediately into a halt. I mean, there wasn't time to set a market order. It doesn't matter how fast your fingers were. It literally just all of a sudden showed a bar up and halted, and then opened at 15. So you lost a 35% opportunity right there to buy in. Wow, it's up 374. Time to adjust again. Take over for a second, please.
Yep, I got you. All right, let's talk about valuation. And again, guys, if you're just joining us right now, we're watching live the indication of where we think Coinbase shares are going to start trading, what price they're going to start trading at. The process that's happening right now is the market maker is and has been since, let's see, this started around 10 a.m. The market maker is trying to figure out at what price are the buyers and the sellers lined up, and we think is a fair price for the stock to start trading. Right. They don't want a crazy whiplash right at the beginning of the day, right? No, that's no good for anybody. That's why they want those prices to be lined up. And so that's what we're going for. Whenever we're waiting for IPOs like this, especially high profile IPOs where there's a ton of volume, there's a ton of participants, it typically takes a little while for this process to happen. If I had to, I said yesterday on the show, if I had to put a best guess as to when this thing would start trading, it would be during our show right now, the Power Hour. Maybe I think 1 o'clock was the time that I guessed yesterday. Man, I don't know if it sounds like it's pretty, we're pretty close to trading right here.
So yeah, I would say 12:30 to 1:30 is kind of the prime time slot where we see these blockbuster IPOs debut. NASDAQ does sometimes when there's been 2 very well promoted IPOs on the same day, NASDAQ has said, we try to space these out by at least an hour, and we've seen that even for less promoted ones. So we had ALKT, and it went live at 11:25. So it wouldn't surprise me if they drew this out until 12:25, 12:30 before it went live. That's not a rule set in stone, but it is something we've seen before, and something that, if one goes live right away, you can kind of maybe take a break and use the bathroom, grab a glass of water. But once you get towards that hour mark, you kind of want to stay in your seat at all costs. You don't want to miss the open.
Yep, diapers, adult diapers. Again, that's the
right,
key to IPO trading.
The water
you need
bottle.
to have coffee, water bottles, and adult diapers before noon. Okay, that's actually a Spencer Israel tip. He swears by that one. So thank you, Spencer Israel. But all right, guys, I want to talk about, and Matt, break in if we have breaking news, but I want to talk valuation for a second.
Sure.
And again, if there's news that comes out, if the stock starts trading, we get a big indication, whatever it is, break in, cut me off. I don't mind. I'm used to it. I get cut off by Spencer Israel every day. But all right, let's talk about valuation for a second.
Sure.
And then I'm going to do a little bit of Excel work. We're going to do it together. And let me know in the chat, guys, if this is big enough. And before we hop into the Excel work, before we get going on the valuation side of things, check this out. This is youtube.com. There's a like button there on the video. Spencer, look at this. I'm calling Spencer over to show him too. Spencer, I mean, hurry, man. You're making everybody wait for you. But all right, on the YouTube video right here, there's a like button. Go ahead and press that. That will help us to get more viewers here. See, Spencer's taking an eye. You see that button right there?
Yeah.
All right, so we're just asking people to like that, to share the stream. As we are live trading this Coinbase IPO, I'm about to do a little bit of valuation work, make a quick reference table that we can use throughout the day. But check this out. All right, so we got two pieces of information out yesterday. All right, so we got the reference price, and we got the value at reference price, value of or we'll just do this, value of coin at ref price. Okay, these are the two pieces of information that we have. So the reference price, which is basically useless, but I'll talk a little bit more about what the indication for today is going to be on that, was $250. At $250 a share, 65 billion is the valuation of the company. Is that correct? I don't know if you have a more accurate number, Matt, than that 65 billion.
Looks about right.
I know it wasn't exactly that, but it was around there.
The total shares outstanding is 196.76 million.
196.76. All right, did I get that right? Let's see, Alt HN number. So we need Alt. You guys, if you don't know the Excel hotkey,
zero.
Makes your case. There we go. Yep. There's another 0. All right, let's just make sure this math checks out. That times that comes out. Nope. That's giving us 419. All right, so we're going to use the 65 billion implied value then at the 250 price. And so basically we're going to have one column here on the left-hand side that's the stock price. On the right-hand side, we're going to have a column that's the implied valuation of the company, so value of coin. All right, and we're going to start at $200, and we're going to make $50 leaps, or let's do $25 leaps. 25. We might have to go a little higher. Let's do this. Start at 250, and then now we're going up to 400. We'll go to 500. All right, there we go. Okay, because we know that what the value is at $250 per share, we can then back into what will the value be at these approximate price points. The line to watch, the number to keep an eye on is that $100 billion valuation. That's the number that's gotten thrown around for the past week or two. And so that's part of what we're going to back into now. So we're going to do a quick little math here. That minus that divided by, oops, we do this. So we need to go that minus that divided by that plus 1 times that. Okay. We're going to add in some parentheses here, like right there. We're going to lock in a couple cells, C2, hit F4, F4, and F4 there. All right, let's make sure this math looks about right. Yep, it does. Make these dollar values, remove our zeros here. Oops, the other way. All right, so check this out, guys. Again, just doing a quick little live reference valuation. So somewhere between three. So on the left hand side again, we have the stock price, the shares that Coinbase are trading at. On the right hand side, we have what does that imply for the valuation of the company. The number that we've heard floating around for the past week is that it's going to debut somewhere around $100 billion of valuation.
Let's see can we find exactly what that number is where it gets to?
Yep, we can do that. So all right, what's the best way to do this? So we know here's how we do it. So we're gonna go here. Let's get this a little bit more exact too. Let's figure out what the exact implied price is. And I see somebody in the chat is throwing out 261.3 million as the shares outstanding. Let's see if that math plays out. 261, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So let's go with that times that. Yeah. Okay. So there it is. All right. So let's add this as a data field. All right. So we're going to have shares outstanding, and we can actually make the 65 billion number a little bit more exact. So it's going to be that times the shares outstanding. Shout out to Zinger Nation. Whoever threw us that number, helping out the community, gets an air horn. Let's go. I hope you also, oh, the air horns don't work today. That's all right. Producer AB, no air horns today. All right, we're on it. Producer AB might make a guest appearance. Okay, so let's back into this $100. So we want price per share at 100 billion valuation. So we're gonna need to do equals 100 123 123 123. Let me make sure that looks right. Does that look like 100 billion to us? Yes, it does. That divided by the number of shares outstanding here. All right, so the exact price, Matt, for that $100 billion valuation is $382.70.
I see. So we've got an indication price right now of $374.50.
So $374.50. I'm going to reference our chart. So that's implying a valuation of $98 billion on the stock.
Right. I don't think that most retail traders or people who are playing this are going to be too aware of that until now, but it is an interesting number to watch. Maybe there's algos running on that valuation. I think you're going to look at 400 as if it does go, if we do get upward movement, I would see 400 as a point of resistance. And if it breaks through that, this thing could really fly. If it can't get through that, it could come back pretty quickly, on the downside from that. So I will probably exit at least part of my position with a trailing stop loss if it goes up, and get pretty tight behind any movement towards 400 on at least a partial exit.
Cool. All right, I like it. And give us those numbers one more time, guys. If you do not have your pen and paper out, you're not taking notes. Matt, can you drop us those numbers one more time?
Which numbers, sorry?
Your targets that you're looking for on the stock.
I'm looking at 400 as the first exit. Probably take a 30 or 40% out at 400 with a trailing stop loss. If it, this is assuming that it goes up. If it drops down, probably bag hold a little bit through a hopeful day two exit. But it would really surprise me if this didn't, if all the hype and retail demand that's been building up over the past 2-3 weeks on this didn't materialize.
Yep. And guys, in the chat, I just dropped a link to this math work that we just did. So if you want to be able to go back and reference it, there it is in the chat for you, so you can see what that 382.70 number is. And then also, if you want to do any sort of quick reference throughout the day and say, hey, it's about $400 a share, that's $104 billion valuation, etc. So there you have it.
Yeah, you got to get comfortable on these because the indication price will fluctuate for a while, and we've seen these go as far as 3 p.m. before they go live, and you feel like they start to get close. They start showing those, it was showing 367.12 a little while ago, and once you see those pennies and the imbalanced shares go down to 175 or something, you start feeling like it's going to go live, but then they'll jump it up again and say, oh, well, let's try this price. Well, let's try this price. And now we've gone up to 375 and the share imbalance is 212,000, 220,000. and you're kind of like, okay, you lean back and you say, we could be here a while. So it does become sort of an all-day affair. The adrenaline's pumping, and then all of a sudden it goes live, and it's like,
Boom,
bolt
off to the races.
striking you, and you got to kind of maintain your composure and figure out what you're going to do. I've definitely, especially early on, made the mistake of exiting or setting a sell position with what I meant to be a stop loss, ending up setting a limit order and getting out a little bit early. That's usually worked out anyway because you're taking a win, you're not taking a loss. But it is something that, especially for people who are trying this strategy out for the first time, everybody says, wow, it's such a rush. And that's part of the enjoyment of it, especially when you win. When you lose, it can be kind of deflating. But, it is an opportunity that you really only have to make half the trade if your hypothesis that it's a blockbuster IPO, that it's going to run off the debut, is correct. If that holds, then you're buying in at the entry with a limit order, as we've mentioned a few times here. Just want to make that as clear as possible. And then all you have to do is think, okay, well, how greedy do I want to be if it goes up? If it goes down, you got to kind of calm yourself down and decide, if you want to give it a chance to come back. If you're really trying to limit, you're okay with taking a small loss, you might get your limit order right in at the entry point and say, well, if it doesn't blow off the debut, I'll just get out, and I don't want to sit around and wait and see if it comes back and runs, which we do see quite often. But anticipating the run off the debut, you have half a trade to make. The first half, you've kind of made up your mind already. I'm going to buy in at the debut. You just kind of got to manage it until the stock starts trading. And then the rest is...
And real quick, Matt, I just want to make a note for those of us who are just joining us. Matt is our resident IPO expert here. He trades. I mean, he either trades or studies just about every IPO that comes out, runs a group exclusively for IPOs. And Matt, basically, you're looking to get long this IPO whenever it opens. You've mentioned to us that as we're seeing the indications of where the stock is going to first trade come out, you've been adjusting your limit prices. Can you tell us, a little bit about what you're doing there? I know you already did it, but for the folks just joining us, could you talk through that? And one last note, if you guys want this spreadsheet, right, that we just calculated the Coinbase numbers here, I'll drop a link in the chat again of the image so you can reference that. And if you want the spreadsheet itself, powerhour@benzinga.com. Again, it's powerhour@benzinga.com, and we will get this emailed over to you. But all right, Matt, you're the expert here, so I'm going to kick it back to you. If you could just talk to us about what exactly you're doing today, how you're managing this trade when you're looking to get long the opening print.
Sure. So assuming you're trying to optimize a limited number of funds, let's say you have $10,000, for example, what you want to do is you want to set your limit order just above the indication price, and then you want to adjust the number of shares you're asking for, to accommodate your budget.
I think he just went to pay with it.
Hey, producer Rohan, we hear you, and there's an echo. And no air horns. Just throwing that out there. Okay, sorry, keep going, Matt.
So what you're doing, hold on one second. I got my dad asking how to do this.
Who's asking?
My dad.
Your dad.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do an aside. So
no, I'm back. No,
I was gonna say where in the world is your dad? You're like a global man. You're the most global person I know, I think.
My dad's in Berkeley, California, and I'm in Kiev, Ukraine. So
you're literally on opposite ends of the world.
Pretty much, yeah.
When you make a call, it goes through the core of the earth rather than around it.
Exactly. I know. It takes a long time. That's why I'm standing at the front of lines in the supermarket while my Bank of America card goes all the way around the world and back. Everyone's kind of looking at me dirty and wondering what the hell's going on. Yeah. But so to back to your question, if you have a set number of funds, you're trying to maximize the number of shares that you can buy. And to do that, you're going to adjust your limit order price to make sure, because that comes first, you need to make sure that your limit order, price setting is above the limit order. And then as that goes up, that means you're going to be able to buy less shares. So I'm constantly adjusting my order to optimize the number of shares that I can buy.
Yep. Got it.
Whereas if you have, say, 50,000 in cash and you only are willing to risk, say 10,000 of it, then you can kind of say, okay, well, I'm willing to go a little bit over, and put your order in for 20 shares or whatever, 25 shares, and then set a limit way above the indication price and sit back, relax, and wait for it to to go live.
Yep. And then earlier you told a little bit of a story about how when you first started trading IPOs, that you put in some market orders that hurt you as you were trying to get into these things. Can you just go through that again and talk to us about why throwing market orders out there doesn't make sense?
Sure. Definitely my strategy around wanting to play IPOs evolved through a process that I try to share with others, and I talk about it over at IPOwarriors.com. I have a free guide. If you sign up for the newsletter, it'll get sent out to you. I did a pretty big write-up on IPOwarriors.com in the blog for Coinbase this morning, sent that out to the newsletter group as well. Initially, I did notice that, hey, these ones that have a lot of hype, even though the IPO is debuting at a premium to what the IPO price is, in other words, what the institutional buyers get in for is way lower than what retail buyers like us can buy at, there's still a pretty big spike. And I noticed this with Beyond Meat. I noticed this with a few others. And I said, hey, some of these that are coming up, Lemonade, Big Commerce, NCNO, these felt like they were getting a lot of coverage, a lot of interest, and some of them had relatively low floats. Lemonade had like a 9 million share float. So you say, okay, well, I want to play this IPO, but I didn't know that you could set limit orders before. I didn't even know that IPOs didn't debut right at 9:30. So I was sitting there, while the market opened, just with my finger in my order ready to hit, basically play, and sat there for few hours like an idiot, and wondering what was going on with Lemonade. And then finally it did go live, and I was scrambling to find the order button to switch back to that tab and hit buy with a market order. And by that point it had already gone up $1 or $2, and kind of got me flustered, and I sort of rushed the trigger to get out. I still made a nice little profit, but there's got to be a better way to do this. So I did a little research and I did a little messing around, and then I realized, hey, and for the next one, which was NCNO for me, I got into E-Trade early. I started messing around with things and seeing what I could do. Could I place a market order early? Okay, no, I couldn't. Well, could I place it? And it gave me a very helpful warning that said, you cannot place a market order. The security is currently suspended. You can set a limit order. I thought, okay. So I set a limit order and didn't really know what price to put it at. I kind of guessed and happened to get it right. And so I got filled right on the debut, but I didn't know about how to find this information. And it wasn't until I started using kind of Webull to look at these ahead of time that I saw, hey, they have the indication price, which, now you're telling me this data comes from Benzinga Pro. It's all the more reason to use it. It has a lot of good information, and we're at least talking about adding some more tools to help the community play these IPO trades. But that was a huge advantage to be able to see this indication price. It felt like I was cheating. Like, oh, now I know what it's going to debut at. Nobody else does. Of course, a lot of other people do, but a lot of retail traders don't. A lot of retail traders don't even know that the IPO is trading until it's already live or it's gone through a one-day news cycle, and you see those headlines, the stock is up, explodes off the IPO, and then they go, okay, well, and that's why you see a lot of day two kind of spikes. People who weren't aware of it get in on day two, and almost all of the ones I just mentioned, Big Commerce, Lemonade, and CNO, these all had a bigger spike on day two than they did on day one. So this limit order allows you to get in the second it debuts. Like, it's instantaneous. The stock starts trading, your order gets filled, and
I see a lot of speculation in the chat. Like, somebody said they've got a limit order at $255.
Yeah, you're not.
That order is not going to get filled, right? What we have up on the screen right now is from our trusty Benzinga Pro, pro.benzinga.com. 2-week free trial, no reason not to try it. But we're watching. Here's the expectation as to when the shares are going to open for trade. The process we're going through right now is the market maker is basically trying to balance the book of the buys and the sells to say, here's a price that the market can agree on. We're going to start the stock trading right here. The last indication that we had for what the opening price is going to be was $375. So if you have an order down there at $255, it's not going to get filled. And so Matt, a question that I have for you is,
unless there's a huge dip, and that is a strategy to try to undercut the debut, but I don't usually use it. Anyway, yeah.
So question I have for you is, okay, if the last indication that the stock's going to start trading, and again, we're expecting it to start trading within the next hour or so, we'll be at $375 per share. Where do you have your buy limit order at right now?
I'm at 378 right now, and that's kind of it. It's right at the ceiling of what the spending power I have for the number of shares I'm trying to buy. So I started at 100 when it was down at 3. I think we were down at 360 earlier, and I could buy 150 shares with that. But now that it's up to 378, now I'm down to went down to 145 shares. Now I'm at 140. So as the price comes up, I've got to adjust my buy volume down in order to match what I have available in my account.
Awesome. And if you guys are just joining us, Matt is our IPO expert. He's trading this thing live. He's talking to us while he's adjusting orders to try to get filled on shares of Coinbase right when it debuts. Matt, let's take a few minutes and just hammer through some of these questions from the chat, or at least try to.
Sure. You want to feed him to me?
There is no try.
There is no try. All right. See, I got gimmicks, okay?
Where's the Luke?
We have trade ideas and we have gimmicks. All right, yeah, I'll call them out to you, and if I know them, I'll answer them, and if not, I'll pass them over to you. Options. When do options become available after a stock IPOs? I think it's 30 or 90 days. Do you know the answer?
It's certainly been sooner on some. I know Roblox, you could sell covered calls within about a week. And I don't know if direct listings are different than IPOs.
Okay.
But it's kind of, if you do get in a bag holding situation and you are comfortable holding the stock long and it's not funds that you want to use to play other IPOs, selling covered calls can be a way to kind of, adjust your dollar cost average your position back to in your favor a little bit, because that debut price will act as sort of a ceiling and you can get stuck underwater for a while. But if you sell some, although it's a little bit of a tricky play, but it is a way to kind of recoup some of your losses if you get stuck in a position. But options, I don't think you can short these right away. I don't think you can buy call options or sell call options usually for, I think I've heard it was 2 weeks, but from my experience in checking, it seems to vary a little bit.
Yep. I see somebody else ask the question, is this Benzinga or Intro to Excel 101? Benzinga, okay. But hey, we do some Excel work sometimes and get what I think is some helpful. We do the Excel work because it helps us with trading, right? 100 billion is one of the lines to watch. We now know the share price for 100 billion mark is 383. And if you want to have a quick reference throughout the day, you can see that there. If you guys want the spreadsheet, again, it's powerhour@benzinga.com is the email address.
And Luke, I will do the same thing in kind of getting a game plan for a trade. This one, the share price is so high that the numbers are not as, when you have a stock that's $20 or $30 and you're playing it with $20,000 or $30,000, the number of shares that you can buy as the price moves around can fluctuate quite a bit more. This one, it's kind of a tight range. I know that I'm going to be between 120 and 150 shares unless this goes absolutely crazy, which I saw as a possibility. But I do make a spreadsheet in most cases ahead of time that says, okay, for the amount of money that I want to play with, at what price point, how many shares I can buy. Because when you're adjusting your order before the stock debuts, you don't want to be doing the math, on a piece of paper or even with a calculator, because things can start moving very quickly. This one's a little more stable, I think, just because the price is so high. But we've seen things like Snowflake went from 140 to, IPO price was 120 and it debuted at 245, and it was swinging, all the way from 140 all the way up to, I forget how high it got, but you were adjusting pretty quickly. And if you had a
Yeah,
little
I'm
spreadsheet
pulling
in
this
front
chart
of
up
you-
on the screen here. So this is daily candles, guys. And Matt, let me just slow you down for a second, Matt. But Matt said that the IPO price at $120 per share. The first trade was at 240, and the stock got
245.
as high that the high print looks like it was right around 430.
But not that day. That day
Not
it
that
went
day.
up to
Sorry.
about
That was probably
320.
about a month
Yeah.
later. The high
It
of
went
that
right up-
day was 320ish. So just like you said.
Right. It went right into a halt and then opened to the halt up above 300 and very quickly retraced down below the debut price. It went down to about 230 and then it climbed back up to around 270, I think was the next peak, and then sort of fell off from there. So you didn't really get a day two spike for whatever reason, but you'll see the day two, actually dropped for about, kind of traded sideways for, what is that, about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before it kind of spiked, dropped back down again, and then went on a incredible run, and then has sort of been consolidating from there.
Yep. We've got a lot of questions. Probably the most asked question, Matt, is what time you think that this stock is going to start trading. The estimate you gave at the top of the show, which was already 45 minutes ago, which is amazing, was sometime between 12:30 and 1:30. I don't know if you have any updated estimate.
We've seen a lot of these high-profile IPOs right in the 130 to 140 zone, but 1230 to 130, 140, that's been pretty solid estimate. But we've seen them go all the way to, I think the latest was, I don't remember which one, it was like 3 p.m. Might have been Big Commerce, but I think that's wrong. We saw some of these go incredibly late, and you feel like you blew your whole day, but that's the price of admission.
Awesome. And again, guys, I'm going to make the ask. I've already made it a few times. Smash that like button for us. I'm going to get to one more question before we have our next very special guest joining us. But the question is,
Luke, who is the very special guest? You didn't say a name.
I'm teasing it, man.
Well, I hate teases.
All right, say it then.
In high school, I had all these teases in life, and I didn't understand what was going on. Anyway, that's another topic. But the CEO of Voyager, VYGVF, will be coming on in 3 minutes. CEO of Voyager, it's a crypto company. It's an interesting day with Coinbase, etc. VYGVF. I'm going to ask the hard questions. I am an owner of it, but I'm going to ask the hard questions. So get ready in 3 minutes. Peace out.
Cool. Boom. All right. There it is, guys. Air horn on that one. Is it working out? There we go. All right. We got it. Indication price. And Matt, I'm going to give my theory on the indication price, and then I want to hear your expert opinion. So indication price, $250 a share. That's basically, it's useless.
That's the reference
it doesn't
price.
do anything. Yeah.
That's the
Sorry.
reference
I'm
price.
sorry. Not indication. Reference price. It doesn't really do much other than that's the price from which the, I believe the percent change is going to be calculated based off of all day today. And so if you have the stock opens at 370 a share, the reference price is 250. That means that the stock's going to show it's up 50% immediately, right away, as soon as it starts trading based on the current indication. My suspicion is that they set the indication there, so that way they do have that nice green, stocks up 40, 50, 60% on its first day of trading. I don't know if you have more insight than that, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty, and it's kind of a relic from the IPO, traditional IPO, where that reference price is the IPO price. With the direct listing, they kind of have to make the rules that or the numbers and statistics that they built around traditional IPOs, they need to make them fit direct listings. So they say, well, what are we going to call what are we going to call it if it's not the IPO price? Well, how about the reference price? Okay, that sounds good. All right, we got things moving here. It's 380. So I got to adjust my order again. It's moving up.
Okay.
That's good. We're seeing demand at different prices. You got to like that. So that's people start saying, "Oh, Matt, it's going up. It's going up. Is it too high? Should I stop saying?" No. The ones where we see this strong push are the ones where we see demand is there. So if it starts falling, I start to worry a little bit. If it starts pushing up, I mean, yeah, there's a trade-off, but it's not a bad thing. It just means that demand, which you need for these to run, demand is there. So
Cool.
I know you got to go.
All right, and last question, Matt. But before we're going to cut over to our next very special guest, is you said that
Luke,
the newest indication.
you got 2 more minutes. Okay, there's some good stuff here. Okay?
I got 30 seconds. Okay,
2 minutes. Go.
2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Go.
All right. Okay, you got to do something. 2 minutes. All right, Matt. But you said the newest indication is $380 per share. So what are you moving your limit order to buy Coinbase shares up to?
Okay, I've got 2 accounts going, to be honest. I got my daughter's education fund on the line here.
All right,
so let's get her into college. Private or public school. I am doing a 385 on my larger account, generally where I have more funds. 385, I have a little more wiggle room there, and I am at 382.50 in my daughter's account. So I'm keeping a healthy margin above before I have to start reducing. I've got 140 shares on one, 10 shares in another. So just trying to keep that optimal entry point. And this is exciting. This is where the blood starts flowing, the adrenaline's coming out my veins, and you don't know if the rest of your day is going to be floating through the clouds, or you got a lump of coal in your stomach. But
yeah, and question in the chat, somebody saying, as you're increasing these limit prices, is this that way you can get into the stock for an intraday trade, or do you plan to hold on to shares through the end of trading today at 4:00 Eastern and into the next day?
If we do get a run up, in either way, I'll probably hold at least part of the position through tomorrow morning, and hoping for a day 2 spike. There's a very interesting IPO tomorrow, EBET, EBET, super low float, 2 million shares. It's esports and gambling, and people, Twitter's kind of already calling it the next UTME. It's worth taking a play on that one. It's in some ways poised for more explosive growth than even Coinbase, but you don't miss Coinbase. When you play IPOs, you don't miss this one. We're now seeing it back down to 376, so you can adjust downwards from there. Doesn't change my positions at all right now, so I'm just going to stay with where I'm at. But hopefully we're not sitting around here for too much longer.
Awesome. And again, guys, the rumored number that we had was $100 billion valuation. Shares need to be at 382.7 for Coinbase to achieve that 100 billion valuation mark. And I see Mr. Raznick is back on the screen. Does that mean you're ready, sir?
I'm ready. I had to do some, meticulation. I made up a word just now. Okay.
Yay.
Matt, this was awesome. Thank you. This is awesome hearing.
Thanks, Jason.
I hope your kid
Luke.
goes to school at least, or not homeschool.
Got a few years. She's not even 1 year old yet. So
yeah. All right. I got 3, 11, 9, and 4, and I was all in public schools, and then Corona hit, and my wife's like, our kids aren't learning at home because they won't listen to me. So now they're at a private school. Hopefully it's just this year. But yes, I've had to work 3 jobs now. So thank you. All right.
Not
Matt.
easy.
I know.
Seems like
All
the
right,
easier
guys.
solution would have been for her to get them to listen to her, but hey.
All right. We got a special guest. See you later, Matt. Thank you.
Hi, guys.
We'll talk to you later. I got to do my.
Yeah, and producer AB, can you get Matt's social handles in the chat there so folks can follow along?
Yes, Matt's good.
Yeah,
Thank you. All
Twitter
right,
is at Warrior IPO, and IPOwarriors.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Try to keep information flowing.
All right.
More updates. Big IPOs tomorrow. Cheers, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. All right. I don't know what's on the screen here, but
Hit that like button, guys. That's what's on the screen. There's a blue thumb right there. You just press that. You like the video.
yes. All right. We're here. Steve Ehrlich, how goes it today? This is Wednesday, hump day, as they call it. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing's happening today. No, today's a quiet day.
Quiet day.
Nothing's happening in crypto today. It's kind of just quiet.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? So guys, I didn't do it proper. I didn't do proper justice here. Let me start over. We got Steve Ehrlich with us, the CEO of Voyager. Steve Ehrlich one time was at E-Trade. Then he was the CEO of Lightspeed, grew that brokerage like crazy, high speed trading. A lot of the firms on Wall Street used it. Met him through that, and then was at another brokerage, and then met with two other smart guys in this world, and they came up with Voyager a few years ago. And Voyager is a crypto exchange, but it's more than that. I'm not smart enough. It's crypto brokerage, whatever.
Exchanges.
Yeah, let Steve explain it. It's above my pay grade, and there is an H before the R if you forgot. So just so you know, in his last name, Steve. What would you describe Voyager as?
We are a crypto broker, as Luke appropriately got there.
There we go.
You don't know. I'm surprised. 1 for Luke, 0 for Raz.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a crypto broker connected to multiple exchanges to give the
that's
wide range of coins.
So that's why you're a lot better. It's not an exchange. That's why we get the most
price
options.
arbitrage.
Yeah.
Look, as I've said before, the reason is we're connected to multiple places, depth of liquidity. We give interest to consumers, but we give them a choice of coins to be able to trade against in the marketplace. And look, traditionally, exchanges are exchanges, and they need brokers like us to bring volume to them. And that's what we're doing today by delivering the state-of-the-art UI, UX for easy use, easy access into the market without all the complexity. And you can go trade 58 coins. What's your balance? Oh, don't show that. Never show that.
That's the Voyager app. And that's the Voyager coin that's up 20,000%.
Yeah, the Voyager token has had a really nice run over the last 6 months. We're excited about that. We're excited about our stock, and like I'd say today is welcome to the party, Coinbase. Being a public company, we appreciate having some company in that space now. We're not the only ones creating the landscape for others that they've joined the party. So we're excited about that. Great day for crypto overall, just because it's mainstream. We're getting this mainstream, and we welcome others to join that party. We know it's not an easy task to be a public company, but going through audited financials and everything you have to do to get to the market is a hard job. But having other parties there with us, we're super excited. It just makes for a more mainstream environment, more consumer acceptance.
Can we go back to that chart that producer Aaron had on?
Producer Hot Stocks Luke.
Okay. Aaron Brees was sleeping.
Multi-talented.
Well, Aaron Brees in the office, so I thought he was doing that. So.
I got to change. That chart changes now today, doesn't it?
That chart changes today, doesn't
Oh,
it?
that's right. There's a publicly traded rightmost column.
I got to give them their rightful place on the chart.
Okay.
So they now get the green dot.
All right. So
not yet. Maybe in an hour.
Yeah, true.
What do you mean? It is. I thought it's trading, Luke.
Coinbase? No.
What were you guys doing?
No. It's the way direct listings work, right?
Oh.
I mean, there's a marketplace for it. Eventually, it'll be listed and out there. So, you'll see the quote coming all the time here. So,
all right.
But yes, the green dot, they get a green dot now.
Okay, so let me take you through this a little bit, guys. So Voyager, I see 58 coins, 45 coins, Kraken 50. How do you decide to list a coin on Voyager?
There's a lot of pieces to that, actually. A lot of it's regulatory, working with counsel. We have a whole process. We get hit every day with new coins wanting to be listed on the platform. But as a broker, we need sources of liquidity. And our sources of liquidity are exchanges and market makers and OTC desks. So we vet every coin from a legal perspective as well. We've probably got a list of 20 coins that we're looking at adding, which we think we'll do over the next few months.
How do I get the Raz coin to the front of the list, or the BZ coin?
I think look, you and I have had these conversations. I think it's there's an opportunity to do a BZ coin. I think it would be really smart.
If you guys would buy a BZ coin, press 1. If you would not buy a BZ coin or invest in a BZ coin, press 2. Let's know about that.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go work on that BZ coin, Jason. As much as I would love to talk Voyager, I love the stock.
Yeah, Luke.
I
gotta go work on that coin.
Luke has to go do the stuff that
the BZ coin.
No, he has to. Yeah, well, no, it's
I gotta go make
an old equity brokerage client. That. All right, we got some 1s, we got some 2s. All right, so Steve Ehrlich, why is Voyager different than what else is out there? Steve Ehrlich is the CEO of Voyager. If you're coming new to the show, why is it different than what else is out there, or is it the same? Why is it different?
Look, we have 4 or 5 differentiation points for us. One is the ease of use on the mobile app. The user interface is exceptional. We've gotten awards for it. We've had people come Major players come praise our platform in the industry and financial services, whether it's VC, PE funds, or just other players in the industry have really commented about how easy to use our app is and what we put together. And that, leads all the way down to the consumer. So they get a really easy to use experience with Voyager. 58 coins, interest on 25 assets. So you get to earn interest up to 10% on your USDC coin, 7.25% on Bitcoin. So we get, offer interest on coins. Two major differentiators. Plus, we have our own token. We build a whole loyalty rewards program. So as you're trading and earning on the Voyager token, you earn more Voyager tokens. It's very similar to airline miles, Marriott points, any of those things, where the more you use, the more you get back. So
I don't understand that.
The more you actually earn, the more, we're coming out with the token swap in the next few weeks. And the more you actually trade, you'll get more of the Voyager token back. You know how you go to a hotel, say Marriott,
Yep.
and the more rooms you go for the night, the more points you get, and you get to certain levels. And that's what we're built with the Voyager token. So there's a lot of benefits you get with that. We're excited about that. And you couple all those things together, 58 coins, interest, loyalty program, ease of use of the app, all of a sudden, zero commission, trading. All of a sudden you put all that together, you've got a great offering that differentiates from the chart you have up that we put in our own deck.
Okay. So I'm going to show my account for a second. Okay.
No, don't show your balance.
Why? It's okay.
Never show your balance.
It's okay.
Security issue. Never show your balance.
For real?
For real.
All right. I was about to show it.
Nobody should ever show their balances on social media or anything. Never.
Okay. Well, you should tell me why, because I don't understand that I was going to show my balances. Okay. I guess I won't. So I have a decent amount of money in Voyager, guys. A decent amount right now. And most of it is in USDC. Steve Ehrlich has given me 9% on my interest with USDC. I can't find that anywhere else. And if I can, I'm a little worried because they don't have as much capital. And this is cash that I have in here. Okay. So this is, I have some money with Chase, but I have a decent amount of money in my Voyager cash account. I did buy some VGX, but I don't know if I'm up on my VGX or not. How do you know if you're up? Because it doesn't show you when you
show you gain or loss. You got to swipe a little bit to the right on it. Yep.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm up. But it goes red to green. Oh my God, I'm up 7% in one day. I bought it yesterday. Someone told me to buy it like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and I didn't do that. But I bought it yesterday. It's up. Wait, I don't want to make a trade. Stop coming to the slide. All right, good. All right, we got it. So I own USDC and I own the VGX. So
but you made a key point there. The capital is really important, and why we went. We're all talking today about public and Coinbase and so forth. The value of being public is we're trusted, we're transparent, our financials are audited, our financials are reviewed by auditors. The assets we say we have are there. We just raised 150 million of capital. We're really well positioned, to take care of customers and really build the business. Those are really important aspects.
Well, there's a couple other aspects. And guys, I do own Voyager stock, and I know all the people that listen to the show know that, but I want to make sure you guys know. And
so do I.
Yeah. So I want to. Okay. This is funny. People have said, "Why does Jason always find gems in his account that he doesn't even know he has?" Like the VGX thing. Like I don't even know. Whatever. Okay. So the thing that one of the reasons the Voyager cash thing, you have like 150 million in the bank. Is that accurate?
Yeah, we have more than that. I think we announced recently like over 200 million in the bank. Yeah.
200 million in the bank. Because like the biggest concern with USDC is, my brother, let's call my brother old man brother, traditionals. Okay. He's like, Jason, it's not FIDC insured. If they go under, then you lose all your, or whoever you lose. Is there a risk for people to lose their USDC? How does that work?
There's always counterparty risk. It's like, securities lending in online brokerage. There's counterparty risk to it, but the counterparties we work with are pretty big public companies. Galaxy Digital, who has already announced that they're going from the Toronto Stock Exchange to NASDAQ. So it'll be another, they are public too. So they're part of our team. BitGo, which is a huge custodian, are two of the biggest parties we use. And by the way, I see some of the thing come across. There's no volatility in the stable coin. So that's the thing you need to point out to people too, is unlike Bitcoin, unlike Voyager token, unlike Link, unlike Ethereum, where there's volatility in the token, there's no volatility in the USDC coin because it's backed dollar for dollar with real cash in a bank account. So it's backed by that. It doesn't have FDIC insurance. It's the counterparty risk, but it's very, very limited.
So that's because when I looked at it, it looked to me that the counterparties have more cash. They're like 10 to 1. It didn't look like, I read like everything I could, and it looked like the counterparties, like it wasn't like a Lehman situation where, oh, they can go also go under. It looked like they have to have 10 to 1 stored in assets. Is that right or not at all?
Well, Galaxy is one of the bigger partners in BitGo, and Galaxy's financial statements are public. Anyone can go pull them up on what they call Cedar, SEDAR.com. It's the Canadian equivalent to Edgar. And you could see what their balance sheet all looks like. So you see a large amount of capital versus what they actually have on loans. It's an important aspect, and that's why we keep pounding the drum. The interest you earn and that we earn on behalf of customers is all based upon who our counterparties are. You can see our counterparties and you can see their financial statements. Not everybody in this industry can say that. And that's why we get really excited about building this. And by the way, we give all the interest back to consumers. I don't think we make any money on interest anymore. We give it all back to consumers.
Well, selfishly, as an investor in your company, I want you to lower the interest rate from 9 to 8%, so you make another %.
Now, look, the way we look at it is it's an entry point to get people comfortable with the ecosystem. Our business, we announced the March numbers, and we did principal value traded in a month was 50% more than the month of February. So you can run our numbers. We did 20 million of revenue in the month of February. So just do simple math and you can get there. And we're continuing to grow. So
that's crazy.
Our EBITDA margins are comparable to Coinbase. So if I have to use, if I don't make any money on interest and use that as my marketing tool to bring consumers into the ecosystem, that works for me. I'm really happy, and consumers will be happy because they want to use my app. Once they're on the app, nobody leaves. Consumers really like it. They like earning the interest. They trade other items. Once you get to my app and you come in with USDC or Bitcoin, you're going to see other coins that are trading. Doge is up like 25% today. You're going to see the red and green, and you're going to want to trade. And people will come invest and trade in other coins in addition to what they hold for interest with USDC and Bitcoin.
So and I don't think people get some of this stuff. Okay, so someone's like saying 10% of ABRA. So part of it is going with a firm that has huge, a lot of capital in the bank. Having 200 million in the bank is a big difference. They're going to want customers to be happy. If there's any issue, Voyager is going to make it right. Another thing is they literally, they can't withdraw. Okay, I love it. I address the haters, but okay. So Steve, people are talking about deposits and withdrawals. So this is what happens, guys. You deposit your money. So let's say I deposited 10,000 in Voyager Monday. It shows up in my account immediately. I get earned interest on it. It's actually pretty fucking amazing in my mind. I'm allowed to swear, Steve. I got a permission slip by my mom. I apologize to you, Steve. But so it shows up in my account immediately. However, my JP Morgan account 3 days later has it pending to go over. If you don't have that money in your JP Morgan account, Voyager is not going to pay you interest on the money that you don't have. Seems pretty obvious. Okay. Next thing. The withdrawals. What is this? What is with withdrawals? I haven't tried to withdraw. I don't know why you would withdraw. So like
there are people. Look, people want to withdraw coins, and we're as we've said before, we sent an email out last week. We're working on getting caught up on all the withdrawals. Look, there was a Twitter exchange between me and somebody just the other day who was telling me he wanted to withdraw his Bitcoin. He never paid for it. He was trying to free ride on our backs. So we go through a lot of processes, a lot of AI we've installed, artificial intelligence, as well as a lot of IP tracking. We do a whole bunch of stuff to make sure that withdrawals are accurate and people are who they say they are when they withdraw, because we're protecting consumers as much as anything else. Not, the money goes out the door, and if you got hacked or something or someone stole your Yahoo account and that's what you used for your app. We're making sure that the money goes out the door to the people who actually own the money. So plain and simple, we do it for people's protection.
Got it. I got it. I mean, you're doing it. You're doing it the right way. I mean, that's what you're doing. And so for Coinbase going public today, what do you think? I know you said it's nice another company's public. What do you think that does for the the industry? What's your quick take?
Look, my view is it's just great. It's just such a monumental event for the industry. They were the first movers. They're the biggest there is in the U.S. in the business. So by them going public, the SEC signing off on an S1 and allowing them to go public is just monumental because it means acceptance is right here. And I still think we're only in the second inning of crypto acceptance. And I think there's a long way to go. So there's lots of upside in a lot of projects, a lot of stocks. And it gives us a comp too now that I think that stock is going to continue to rise. I think there's going to be more and more people that want to buy that stock. And we're excited by that. It just brings real credibility to the crypto markets. But again, it's like, welcome to the party. We're happy to have some company.
Yeah, no, I get it. And anything you want to announce or break today on here?
I got nothing for you.
Nothing.
I got nothing for you. Sorry, my friend.
Okay.
Being a public company, the one downside of being a public company, the way you have to break stuff is through press releases and stuff like that. So,
oh, come on. No, we have the world here. I disagree. People go on CNBC and break stuff all the time. We'll show you the rules on that. But one more question. People who are on the pending waiting list to join, they're trying to get that 10% interest that I have, and they're trying to get some Voyager coin. What can I tell them? I've gotten like 16. I got 8 DMs on Twitter just now about how, Jason, can I help them get through? So if you're on the wait list, what can you tell them?
We're working through the wait list, and you'll probably be invited off that over the next couple of days and so forth. We're working through that.
Yeah, you'd rather do it the right way and just remember. I mean, it's a good service, guys. I have accounts. I test everything, and I have had no issues in my Voyager account. Like I said, I have the USDC. I get 9%. I looked at you guys in the chat. I looked at every option out there. I did. I looked at every option, and I wanted something where I felt comfortable and safe. When I saw how much money they raised, that gave me a lot of comfort in case anything. Listen, in case there's anything going, a downfall in the industry, $200 million is not a small amount of money. Wait, by the way, on that $200 million, can you get 9% on it?
We have some of our, we definitely put some of our cash into USDC and into Bitcoin. We believe in this industry. We're long-term believers of this industry. There'll be ups and downs, and we'll yeah, of course, why not?
Because I have my calculator here, and if I put $10 million into USDC, 10 times 0.09, that is 900,000 divided by 12. That's like 75,000 a month. Benzinga, I could hire 20 more people. See, I mean, that's the power of this stuff. Will these rates come down over time, or like in 6 months from now, or how does that work?
No, we're seeing stable rates right now. So we see it, stabilizing and being in that, especially as Bitcoin's going up, we think there's more demand for people to borrow. There's a bunch of ways on this. So we think it's pretty stable. All
right. So Steve, while I have you, we have 2 more minutes. I told you I have the USDC in your thing, but I also have the Voyager coin. I want to get the 10%. So how many Voyager coins do I have to own to get the 10%? I told you, I didn't say the number, but what do I need is it like 500 coins? Is that what it was?
I had to check. I thought the extra 1% was 10,000 Voyager tokens.
Okay.
We're looking at that though. We're looking at that. Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
All right.
My apologies.
No, it's okay. I just want to have my thing set up right. I'm one of these guys that puts the money in and I leave it there and exactly. So you guys, just so you know, Steve Ehrlich, it's not just a guy that come to lately on this thing. He's been on this for a long time. He was a long time. I mean, what year did you guys? I mean, I don't mean the year you started it, but the way you've talked. I mean, I remember from day one. What year did you start it?
Geez, we started this in 2017.
And 2015 is when you started talking about it. And you know what I thought? I thought you were nuts. I thought you didn't know what you were talking about. I was like,
I'll tell you a funny story. Like I have 2 brothers. We're all pretty close. And I take on challenges, as you know, like when I built Lightspeed Direct Access.
Do I count as one of your brothers, or you're saying 2 other brothers?
2 other brothers.
Okay,
two biological brothers.
Okay,
brother from another mother, right?
Totally.
And so my two brothers, I take on challenges in businesses that people think are like crazy. It all started with going to soft dollar brokerage in 1994, then to E-Trade, which nobody was like, what is online brokerage? Then built Lightspeed, direct access. What the heck, is that? And when I started this, my brothers thought I was insane. Literally in 12 months, we've built a $4 billion company from what was 200 million. So it's, you have to have a conviction when you do stuff.
Yeah. So, listen, I thought you were insane too. So like I invested a little and I mean, boy, was I wrong. Now, Corn Man, who looks smart in crypto, said currently requires 10,000 VGX interest boost being dropped to 500 with release of VLP, whatever VLP means. Audit has been completed on smart contracts for token swap, which must be, but who is this guy? Is this guy a genius?
No, he just picked up good pickup by Con Man.
Corn Man. He's not a con man. He's a corn man. Corn man.
Does that say Corn Man?
Yeah,
Corn Man. I thought it said Con Man.
Yeah,
my eyes suck. I'm 55. My eyes suck.
I'm only 43.
Look, I think the QuantStamp was the one who did our security audit. They tweeted about it, I think yesterday, that they finished our security audit. I kept telling people for months that when the swap goes live is not dependent on us. It's dependent on a lot of third parties. That QuantStamp is done now. We've got exchanges we're working with, and that one of the phases done. That swap will happen in the very near future.
Okay, well, Corn Man, if you're like an expert on coins and you could help us get a BZ coin one day, reach out to me. I'm on Twitter at Jason Raznick. Who knows? Steve's too busy for me these days. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. You're big CEO, big
you
company.
Call me. We'll do it. We'll do a BZ coin. We're happy to work with you to do a BZ coin.
Yeah, we so anyway, that's what I do. Okay, Steve, thanks for coming on this important day in the industry. And then I know there's a loyalty program coming up and a credit card. Yeah, I want to be, hey, if you do have a credit card, I do want to be one of the first 50 credit cards. So if I'm not one of the first 50 credit cards, I'm going to find out where you live and I'll be there. Okay.
Well, how about old school? You remember when you used to get the credit card and then I forgot which credit card company allowed you to sign it and they kind of printed it that way. That sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll get the Raznick signed credit card.
There you go. But I want one of the first. We'll do it live on the show. All right. Thanks for coming on. Go get back to work and do your thing. All right. Peace out.
Right, bye-bye. Later. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. I almost removed myself, but now guys, we don't stop. We go all day. This show doesn't stop. We have two exciting guests coming on the show right now. I'm pitching them hard, but it's exciting. You're going to see, do not leave. If you're here now, you're in for it. So I got to do my intro. Trust me. If you have CNBC on right now, turn it off because you're going to lose out. And what do I always do, guys? What do I talk about? I underpromise and overdeliver. And this is another time where underpromising, UPod, my nickname, underpromise, overdeliver. We're going to do that right now. Hold on. Hello, guys. How are you, Peter and Mark? Busy day for you guys.
Indeed, it is.
Hello,
Jason.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So, tell me about this Ethereum miner thing. That's like this. SYSX?
Correct.
Okay, so SYSX is up 900. I said 90. 900% today. 900%. SYXX is up 900%. What is going on?
Well, sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having us on your program today. Very honored to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you. So today's our first day of trading. We just completed TTM Digital Assets and Technologies, Ethereum miner, completed today a triangular reverse merger with SizeRX. And this is our first day of trading, and we're certainly appreciative of the support in the market, and we like the way things look.
Okay, got it. And yeah, I mean, look at that, $14. $14. So how long was this in the works for?
Sure. Well, originally, TTM was founded in late 2017, and the company has been profitable since day one. Peter, who's here with us, is one of the co-founders of TTM. We'll turn it over to him for a minute, and he can explain a little bit about our history.
Wonderful.
Hey guys, thank you for having me on. So as Mark said, I'm one of the co-founders of TTM. We founded this company in 2017 to be an Ethereum-centric miner. We decided to go with Ethereum because we found the project very technically exciting. It had a very big promise as being a platform for some really interesting applications that like we're seeing to come to fruition now with DeFi and NFTs and all that stuff. We also thought that the market would be interested in having a US-based miners, whereas there's a lot of other mining operations around the globe. We really wanted to build a US-based company. So we set out and did this. We went through the crypto winter 2018. I believe that we built a very strong foundation, which allowed us to get through that and grow larger. And now, as kind of the promise of Ethereum is coming to fruition, we partnered up with Mark to take this company to the next step as a public company.
Got it. And did you expect the market reaction that you're getting today?
Don't know. It's hard to predict, right? We're very, very happy about it. We believe in I believe in the company's vision. I think we have a lot of things to offer, and I'm hoping and happy that the market seems to agree with our vision and our belief in Ethereum.
And what is your take on Ethereum long term? What is your vision of this over the next 2-3 years?
I believe the Ethereum team will keep executing. I believe they've been actually executing pretty well. They're doing a lot of really interesting things. Compared to Bitcoin, they're taking a different route. But I believe that the future of Ethereum, could end up where a lot of both financial settlements and other type of trustless interactions happen. Personally, have a strong belief in the project.
Okay, and then Peter, what was your background before starting this company? And I like to always get in that to start, but I had to get to the company first.
Yeah.
What's going on today?
Sure. So my background is in tech, data centers, all that type of stuff. Right now, the co-founding TTM. I also work with one of the close investors and partners of TTM, CoreWeave, where I'm the director of engineering. So I'm a tech guy all around, with focus on infrastructure. So Mark on the phone is the public market guy, and we share all of our responsibilities and our expertise.
Got it. And so Mark, what did you before Bespoke? What were you doing? Like how'd you get into this space?
Sure. Well, my background is that I'm a corporate securities attorney. So I practiced law in New York City. I was chair of corporate securities for Brown Rudnick, which is an international law firm. And when the Great Recession, 2008, 2009, I had the good fortune to have a number of my former legal clients where I think my value is really the access to capital. Lawyers are more sometimes considered a commodity, of course. And they got behind me, and we were able to put together a series of investment vehicles and a management consulting practice. And here we are, a decade plus later, and we've been involved with a number of wonderful clients. And certainly we like to think that we're a step ahead and trying to see what's next. And we're really at an interesting time, obviously, in terms of cryptocurrencies, because they're becoming more prevalent, obviously. We feel like today, given the Coinbase IPO, is just an incredible affirmation, right? And a leveling of the playing field in terms of comparing sort of the treatment of crypto, given the fact that regulation obviously is one of the largest concerns, and putting it more on par with other financial services companies, and Ethereum in particular. We always felt, because of the strength of the blockchain and really the opportunities that presented, that there would be many opportunities for more traditional legacy financial services companies to get involved and find a way to utilize the network.
Got it. Okay. And did you guys foresee this NFT craze that's happening right now? That Ethereum is like, so on the show, I don't know if I have the graphic, if they took it away from me, they take graphics, but I have a thing that I coined a long time ago. I invest in the thing behind the thing. So it's like, I'm a big investor in Twilio. It does messaging, that's my thing. I invest in the thing behind the thing, HubSpot. And so Ethereum is arguably the thing behind the thing. So, did you foresee this NFT craze that's happening right now, guys?
Peter, you want to take that first?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I honestly don't know if I personally foresaw it. It's definitely a craze. I think that it just proves that kind of immense effect that Ethereum can have. I don't really know where I think it's going to go, but it's really interesting. I don't know if I personally think it's going to go up or down long term. But I think that for me, I look at it as another point that proves that this Ethereum can have a huge impact on society. That's more what I care about it. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And what does being public, Mark and Peter, allow you guys to do that you weren't, by not being public, that you didn't do before? Like what change? Does this change the business, or what does this allow you guys to do differently?
Go ahead, Peter.
No, go ahead, Mark. I was going to kick it over to you.
Okay, no problem. So certainly, the background of this company, it was run more as an investment fund, effectively. So back in 2017, we put together a group of sort of forward-thinking, mostly, of course, or I think all high net worth individuals, and we came together and Peter and a couple of other of the management team basically decided that in order to really advance this business, they wanted to be both make sure that they own the data center where the majority of the GPUs would be housed, and also that they sort of had full control of vertical integration, effectively, for the business. And as I said, from day one, I think we made the first investments, and Ethereum was maybe about 50, and then 60, and then at 200. And obviously, you've seen what's happened the last 6 months and the last few months, leading up to today, and it's been pretty incredible. But after the investors and the private company all enjoyed incredible returns, we realized as we're trying to think forward for Ethereum and looking at what that feature might be as you're moving more toward an Ethereum 2.0, it's really the opportunity to continue to mine and grow the holdings of Ethereum, but rather than distribute those out to investors as a fund, those would obviously go into the treasury of the company, and really provide a nexus, and a sort of amass the Ethereum effectively, because we believe eventually that the supply may be more constricted, and that would potentially in terms of Ether, and so that would potentially put us in a position where the value of the company would continue to grow, but at the same time we could explore other opportunities related to Ethereum.
Got it. Okay, so would you be looking at acquisitions in the space of these companies with this new capital that you have today?
So I'm not sure how much we can talk about our overall business strategy at this point. I think what makes us unique, and at least based on all of our research, we believe that we're the only U.S.-based Ethereum miner, and the only one that is publicly listed. And we looked at obviously the success of a number of the Bitcoin miners, and we certainly congratulate them on their success. But we think that there's more optionality and potentially more opportunity with regard to Ethereum for a variety of reasons.
Got it. Okay. And so Mark, is this your first public company, or you've been involved with other ones that you've been this closely?
No. So I've been involved with many public companies over the years, first as an attorney, leading a number of public listings. We have a large number of companies in our portfolio, but we invest primarily in technology as well as in healthcare and biotechnology.
Got it. Where are you based out of, Mark?
So Bespoke is based in New York. I haven't spent as much time there, obviously, given the pandemic. But we also we have a number of offices. At the moment, I'm in Florida.
I'm making my first trip out to New York this Friday. I was in Florida for a while in Aventura, North Miami area.
I live there.
Yeah, it's a great place. Now, Peter, how many people are on your tech team? Like, how many people do you have working on this stuff?
I'm based out of New York City, so we got a bunch of people involved in this in different constellations. But tech focused, I would say around 10, and there's people involved in everything from data center operations in the data center that we own and operate, and people involved in building support systems and all of that. We like to think that we're operating with the highest efficiency of any Ethereum miner. It takes a lot of work to get there. I think we're doing a really good job. But it's not just plugging in 12,000 graphics cards and then walking away. It takes a lot of work to make sure that things are operating properly, and we're maximizing our opportunity.
Well, it sounds like you got the smarts, the technical side with Peter, and Mark, the business side and doing this. Sounds like you got a great team. Coinbase is now open for trading, guys. So that's exciting. That's what everyone's seeing with that news. So we thank you guys for coming on. SYSX, come on again when you have updates. We have 30 million people that receive our content. We're the biggest financial publisher in North America to all the brokerages. So if you use like Robinhood or any brokerage or Ameritrade, we're the vendor of news behind them. So I don't know if you heard of Benzinga before, but that's who we are. So
of course we did. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Mark. Good luck.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Yep.
Bye.
All right, guys. Coinbase is now open for trading. That was an awesome interview, you guys. Check out that stock, SYSX. So let's get the chart on, Aaron Bree. We have Coinbase, okay, or open up brokerage. I don't see it in the platform here. We got the thing. So 398 by 381, 398, 389. I'll put my level 2s on. Hold on 1 second. I'll switch it. Don't worry. I got you guys. I got you covered. This is what I do. I'm a trader. Thanks, you guys, for coming on. Thanks for showing. If you're new to the channel right now, can you hit this? If you want to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss amazing interviews with the CEO of Voyager today, public company, and SYSX, which is up, 1,000% today, guys. All right, coin 404. Let me get the level 2s on so you guys can get what you want when you want, and that's how we do it here at Benzinga. Let's go. 1 second. We're gonna be live with it. Come on, let's go. You gotta get here. All right. Is it open yet? 404. Are you guys buying, selling? Buying, selling? What's going on with everyone here? Come on. Where's my live 2? All right. Hey, who's coming on with me right now? All right, Kester, let's do that one. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So we got Coinbase moving rapidly right now. It is everywhere, and then it's moving fast. We got 390, 381, 399. All right, what do you think? This is 400. I'm trying to put up my streamer screen right now. Hold on 1 second. Come on, open up. 1 sec. Bree, can you come on 1 sec? I'm going to pull this up for them. Okay, he's not going to come on.
What's up, y'all?
Give me a price update on this.
We are looking at 402 right now. What is it? 410. It's look at this top candle. 409. 410. Refresh this.
What are you looking at, man?
All right, yeah.
In a red candle now.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I got you. I got the screen. Hold on 1 second.
What are you talking about?
Coin. Dude, all right, 414.
414.
We got the bid view. Here we go.
What did you
Right.
did you buy it yet, Jason?
No, I'm gonna just Bree. Give the updates, Bree.
It's going. We're at 415. What do we think? It's gonna go up to 450 today?
Hold on 1 sec. I gotta get my
500. What does the chat think? Throw one out there if you think it's getting up to 500 today.
500. Your number?
I don't know. I could see it getting up to 500 today.
Are you buying?
I'm working.
Are you sure?
Are you buying it? I think we should. Should we buy some?
I'm gonna stream it right now. I'm just trying to get my window to show where my freaking thing is. I don't know why I can never find that. 1 sec.
Let's see that. So it opened at 381. The direct listing price was 250 a share. Opened at 381. Already at 415 right now.
Man, that pisses me off. That really pisses me off.
It hasn't. It's just going up and up and up. Let's see what the chat's thinking. Running into resistance at 415. Vegas is saying.
Wait, I can't yell. Look, I can't yell.
Oh, we got Tenzin in the chat. Bought it at 400.
All right.
Oh, Raz, we do have our next guest waiting too.
I'm ready to share my screen now and show the moves.
419, 420.
Here we
We
go.
have 420.
All right, guys, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can all see the streaming. Took me
421, 421,
Wait, who's-
422.
Hold on, guys.
Coming on the stretch, 422.
All right, we're going to get the level 2 quotes up here for you.
They have quotes.
Okay, so bid ask 422s. Look on the right side here, guys. I can't see what the chat is saying to me. So if you're talking to me right now, I can't see you, but I'll see you in a minute. All right, so we're at 422 by 423. News is falling. Here's the bid and ask. We got a size bid 422, 490 on the bottom right corner. Check that out. We'll make it a little larger if you guys can see it. Begins trading 423 by 80. Now we just hit 424. Big sell order coming at 425. Big, okay, 51. Taken 25, 424. So we're looking at the 430 mark now. I'm looking at 430 as my new level here. The level of 424 that you're at now, I'm looking at 430 as my new level.
Can you put a mark
I got a big order in at 410, but it's not looking at that. Now it just broke down at 420. So we got a 420 is where I'm seeing this right now playing. So I'm seeing this at 420, 419. Now you're breaking. Again, there's a huge order from at 410. So I don't see any big orders right now in my depth chart here. So I don't see it going to 430 right now, but who knows? Someone can come in. Let me change let's go to my total view. So here we go.
I think you should just put an order in for like 425. Try to get it. It'll be up at 500 by the end of the day.
Why don't you do it earlier then? Okay. And so this is what we're going. So hopefully you guys can see the screen. I don't know if let's put up the chart thing for you guys. Hold on. Here's the volatility in it. 5 days. Okay. So you guys see that? There we go. Okay, we don't want that screen.
425, I think you'll have to put the order at to get it.
What the heck? Where'd my thing go? There we go.
Riot blockchain, the hype.
422. Let's see what else is moving on that. Let's go to Riot. So Riot, I don't have any data on that. That's weird. Oh, 53, not moving. What about Voyager? Let's see. Voyager, Riot's down $10 or 10% or 6%. Here's Voyager. And we do have a guest coming up in just a minute, just so you guys know. Didn't forget about him. Voyager basically flat, not moving. Let's go back to Coin. The hype was real. Let's see where we're at. We're at 416. So I told you guys I was breaking that 420 number because look at my orders here. Look at my level 2s. My depth chart. We don't need. It's my trade lab. I don't know what the trade lab is. All right. So this is what I'm seeing. Aaron, I know you got a guest to interview in a second. So 412, 413 is what we're seeing.
Whereas Mitch is saying put orders in right above 400. See if it drops down a little bit to get it. But I think
you could. Hey Patrick, you could put you guys could put orders in around 400. I agree. So personally, I see it breaking 400 right now. I see it breaking 400. Can I get a news desk person in here? Like, what was the price it went out at? Right, the IPO price. What did it move?
381.
381. So now we're at 404 on my level 2s here. Bit 402. I see it going to 398 right now. 398 is my number. Okay, but
big red. I'm seeing a big red candle on Benzinga Pro now.
Producer Aaron, you have a guest in the waiting room. So,
I know. I want to ask him. I want to ask him about this. This will be interesting.
All right. You know what? I'll do it for you.
Ed, how we doing?
Hey, I'm well. How are you?
Good. This has been a kind of crazy day. Have you been following any of this Coinbase madness?
Been watching it. Just opened, 381 opening price, had a nice spike up to 4.25 or so, and now seems to be pulling back a little bit.
Yeah, so this is kind of the opposite of your world. Can you give our audience a little background?
Sure. Yeah, it really is. U.S. Gold Corp, we're in the traditional gold business. Probably people think that's very archaic and old school on a day like today when Coinbase is going public and the talk is all things crypto. But gold certainly has its place as well. I've been in the gold business for a while, but I'm also a big new technology crypto fan too.
Got it. I mean, most people think you got to either be a gold bull or a crypto bull. Do you see it that way?
Not at all. Not at all. I think you can be both. I really do. I think they're very different. And when you look at crypto and look at Coinbase, I mean, here today, here's a company that didn't exist, a decade ago. And today at the current valuation, you're talking a market cap that probably rivals HSBC, one of the premier banks, international money center banks out there. That's absolutely mind blowing. How many new millionaires or even billionaires were printed today on the Coinbase IPO? So this sector has incredible potential to create tremendous wealth. Now, is it going to last? Who knows? I'll tell you one thing. Gold's been around for 10,000 years. Is gold going to be around another 50 or 100 years? Guaranteed.
Right. I mean, I'm just curious how, people see Bitcoin as the gold of the different cryptocurrencies. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Look, I don't think so, just in that Bitcoin's too new. We don't have enough history. It's only been around since 2008. So, we're looking at 13 years of history. Again, gold's been used as a store of wealth for 3,000 years. So when you compare 3,000 years to 13 years, there's really no comparison. Now, has Bitcoin gone parabolic since it's come out? Absolutely. And gold has been much more stable, certainly has some volatility to it. But in the long term, what gold's purpose is like insurance, and insurance for your portfolio, insurance for your life. And I view Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies more as a speculative asset. People are buying Bitcoin predominantly because they think the price is going to go higher. That's why you buy Bitcoin. Two things move markets: fear and greed. And right now, it's a greed market with Bitcoins, Coinbase, all things crypto. You watch, if the overall markets rolled over and Bitcoin went down 50% and fear came in, gold might start getting a really good bid at that point. So they're very different.
Right. I'm curious what your thoughts on are kind of from like a macro standpoint with gold right now, because I know a lot of people are kind of worried about inflation, stuff like that. So I don't know if you're expecting a flow into gold.
Yeah, I think there will be. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but you look at what just happened. We had a 0.6% CPI versus 0.5% forecasted indicated. So inflation is starting to pick up. I don't know if any of your guys watching us have been down to the Home Depot recently and tried to pick up a piece of plywood, but it's gotten more expensive. There is inflation out there all across the board. And, I saw today Fed Chairman Powell being interviewed on Bloomberg, and he's talking about second half GDP growth in the United States ripping at like 6+%. So that'll be really exciting, and I think it could even come in higher. And why? Well, the vaccines are doing real well in the United States. We'll be done with COVID. Everyone wants to travel. We all want to go back to sporting events and concerts and eat out and go to restaurants. So I think that GDP growth is really going to pick up. Inflation probably will come into the system. The Fed's also said that they are not going to increase interest rates right away. They're going to let the economy run a little hot. They want to see those jobs get back at least to the pre-pandemic levels. So they're probably going to be comfortable with 2.5%, 3% inflation. Now, that's not hyperinflation of the Weimar Republic. It's not Zimbabwe or Venezuela. People shouldn't start getting that nervous, but gold should probably start catching a bid, in my opinion, the second half of this year and relatively outperforming and doing pretty well.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. So say I have I'm an investor and I have $1,000 and I want to invest in gold. What would be the benefit for me buying the stock of a company like US Gold Corp versus just going out and buying the gold itself?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the answer really is the leverage. It's the leverage that you get in the equities. US Gold Corp, we're an exploration and development company. So take our project in Wyoming called the CK Gold Project. Fantastic project. We have a geological report on it. And it showed that at 1275 gold, the net present value of that project, which is about 1.1 million ounces of gold and 300 million pounds of copper. So the net value of that project at 1275 gold was $178 million. Well, we redid the numbers at $1,600 gold, and the value bumped all the way up to $321. So the leverage becomes really, really enormous in a lot of this gold exploration, development, and producing sector. You know, if you get in companies that have pretty much fixed costs, and then the price of gold starts going, you know, look at a lot of the cryptocurrency miners and what's happened to their stock over the last 3 to 6 months. So if the gold commodity price starts running, you're going to see the exact same thing happen in the gold space.
Got it. So kind of in layman's term, you're saying if gold's doing well, you can expect the gold stocks to do a little bit better than the gold itself.
Yeah, and let's say gold doubled. You know, gold goes from, we're about $1,740 an ounce or so today. So all of a sudden, you know, a year from now, we're at $3,500 gold. So, hey, great, you made 100% return in your physical bullion. But if gold goes to 3,500, I'll tell you, there's a lot of exploration, development, mining companies that'll go up 5, 10, 20x. You know, the entire sector will really, really rip if the price of gold were to double.
Got it. Yeah, and you can kind of see that through earnings, or how else?
You know, I'll tell you, the exploration sector actually doesn't have any earnings. So it's very analogous to the biotechnology sector. You're trying to go out there and like find the next big world-class discovery or gold deposit. So there really aren't any earnings. The producers have earnings and they're producing gold. But the way to look at this sector, number one, is where are the projects? You know, how much gold do they have? Not all ounces are created equal. Again, in our project in Wyoming, our project comes right up to surface. So 3 things really determine a deposit economics. Number one is the size. The bigger it is, usually the more valuable. Number 2 is grade. The higher the grade of that gold, the more valuable. And number 3 is the depth of the deposit. If a deposit comes right up to surface and you don't have to drill a couple hundred feet below surface, it's more valuable. Because when you drill down a couple hundred feet, you have to pre-strip and pre-mine, cost you more money. So our project comes right up to surface, and some of our highest grades are right at surface. It'll be the first material in our mine plan. So this becomes very valuable. And then you want projects in real good, safe jurisdictions. You know, we're located like in Wyoming, Nevada, and Idaho. 3 of the best mining states, I think, in the Western United States. There's great geology, for instance, in Africa or some of the stands, but a lot of those countries have geopolitical risk, and you might not be able to get your money out of there. And finally, you got to look at management. Look at the management team. Look at the people that are running the companies and the projects. If it's someone that has a lot of experience that you can really count on, for instance, our president and CEO, George B., 40-year career in the mining industry. He was a senior executive, 16 years for Barrick Gold, the mine manager at one of the biggest mines in North America, Gold Strike. The guy's, he's the Tom Brady, you know, of mining. He's an absolute winner, all-star. So, you know, with a guy like George B. at the helm, there's a very, very high probability that we're going to succeed.
Right. And I was going to ask about that, you know, because it says U.S. Gold Corp being an exploration company, are you doing the actual mining itself or just finding locations to do the mining and then you outsource the mining?
Yeah, we're not mining yet. The closest project we have to go into production is our Wyoming project. And again, because we know we have the gold, we know we have the copper there, and we believe that it's going to be economic. We're going to have a new report coming out in June. It's called a pre-feasibility study. That'll give our investors and shareholders a lot of updated economics on the viability of that project. So that's a really big catalyst for us. If that's positive, which we believe it can be, then that'll allow us to push the project forward towards bankable feasibility and ultimately into production. Our other projects, our 2 projects in Nevada and our 1 in Idaho, these are early stage exploration projects. So we're trying to prove up the big discovery. We want to find the next, you know, mother lode, the big world-class gold deposit that we believe could be on our properties.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, yeah, Ed, I mean, I'm curious if you have anything else to share with our audience. You know, I want to get you back on another day where we're not so busy with Coinbase and everything. Kind of a crazy day, but do you have anything else to share?
Yeah, look, I think that everyone who's been in or making money on Coinbase or Bitcoin or the cryptos, fantastic. I think it's an awesome day to have this company go public and just be an American. You know, this one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges going public in the United States. And, you know, as people make money and you're booking profits on either the cryptos or some of these companies, start looking towards the gold sector, exploration, development, even some of the junior and major producers, because I really believe this is going to be a sector whose time will come. Gold has the potential to really take off and trade much, much higher in the years ahead. And that could provide some really incredible returns.
Got it. Are you in cryptos at all?
Yes, I am. I've been in the sector for a long time. Can't say since 2008, but I'll tell you, I bought my original Bitcoin at $18 a coin.
Wow. So you're a gold guy that bought Bitcoin at $18.
Yeah. I've always loved just the elegance of the mathematics behind blockchain. I think it's got the potential to change everything, not just on Bitcoin, but, you know, when you look at industries, even like the gold industry. You know, there's a lot of physical trading that goes on of the bullion metal. When money center banks or central banks want to buy or sell gold, it's very antiquated. They can do it with, you know, bills of lading and using fax machines, or whether you're trading physical agricultural commodities like rice, copper, that could all be on the blockchain going forward. Identifications, you know, COVID vaccine cards, that could all be on the blockchain, and passports. You know, the potential is really, really outstanding for the whole sector in the next decades to come.
Got it. Well, actually, I do have one more final question. So since you guys are more in the exploration and not in mining, are there any gold mining companies you think that our viewers should be looking out for?
Look, there's plenty. There's plenty. You can look at the big majors. So right next to us in Nevada, our next door neighbor is Barrick Gold, you know, one of the big majors out there. They've got some incredible mines in Nevada, like Cortez Hills and Pipeline, very, very profitable. Our neighbor next to our Maggie Creek project is Newmont. They've got the Gold Quarry mine, again, a big monster. So those are two majors. If people want to look at them, they pay pretty attractive dividend yields. I think Barrick's like 1.7%. Newmont's north of 3%. So, you know, cash in the bank provides basically zero. You know, go out and look at some of those. And as the price of bullion increases, both Barrick and Newmont probably are, you know, going to do much better than the metal itself.
Got it. Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. As an investor, I can invest in one of those companies and expect them to do better than gold if gold does well. It seems like a more attractive way to invest than just going out and buying the gold bullion.
Exactly. And then the junior sector, you know, you get down to companies like ours, US Gold Corp. We only have a $70 million market cap at our current price, cash in the bank with incredible upside potential. Our project in Wyoming, as I mentioned, you know, is worth potentially $321 million at $1,600 gold. So if the gold price goes higher, it could be substantially worth more.
Got it. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, that's where what I'm going to do if I want to invest in gold, I'm going to go to the stocks and not the gold itself. I like the leverage return.
Yeah. And look, at the end of the day, having a couple gold coins, or if you're really wealthy, you've hit it out of the park on Coinbase, a couple gold bars in your sock drawer, that's your ultimate insurance policy. If the world financial system melted down, we had another 2008, you'll always be able to trade a gold coin for bread, food, etc. And it's like, you know, it's like car insurance. I have car insurance. I'm a prudent guy. I don't plan to go for a drive today and get into an accident. But if I do get into an accident, car insurance is pretty nice to have, you know, and that's what gold either in my sock drawer or my portfolio does. It's not about the return. It's just about having that wealth, you know, in over a long period of time.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Well, thank you again for joining us today, Ed. Like I said, I'd love to get you back on, you know, a day where we're less busy with the crypto stuff and we can do more gold.
Sure.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Calling me anyways on my Coinbase execution. So
oh, you got your Coinbase execution. There you go.
Might have it already. Might have my fill.
All right, Ed. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yep. Appreciate being here. Thanks so much.
All right, no problem. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. That was
All right.
Ed Carr.
Good job, producer Aaron. I've learned so much about it. I was like, oh, you just buy the gold, but it sounds like you make more buying the company, you know. So that was awesome. Good questions, like follow-up questions. I learned a ton there, and I have to do this now. So real quick, Aaron, while we have everyone here, where do I click? I gotta click. I feel like Spencer moved stuff on me. There we go. Sorry, the commercial's a little long, but wait, why am I hearing myself? You guys got an extra mic on. Turn it off. All right, so real quick, we had a busy day. Hold on one second. Spencer Israel, we can hear you laughing. You're
Studio, you're good.
All right, guys. I don't know. I'm sorry. These rookies. Aaron,
that was producer AB right there.
Yeah, just guys turn the stuff off, okay? So two things. We had the Voyager CEO on, awesome. With the SYSX tech team and partner, the business guy on it as well. The stock's up 900,000% today. Hope you guys made some money on that one. And then we just had the gold company CEO, UASA. Believe, and yeah, the sound was crazy. Spencer Israel, I don't know what he was just doing, but he was doing something. And so producer Rohan is coming on in a second. I don't know why
he's
here. Producer Rohan, yeah, so you're here. He's coming on. And then a couple announcements. One, if you're new here, I see we have about 900 people here. Make sure you hit the subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel, okay? Make sure you hit that button where you go on the YouTube and you hit the subscribe button. So make sure you hit that. The second thing is go to our Twitter if you don't follow us. That's where we let people know about the interviews. So the Twitter is twitter.com/Benzinga. And the final thing is Benzinga pro.benzinga.com. I'm in there chatting. That's where you can get real-time news and data. And if you're a developer, a coder, reach out to us. Reach out to me, powerhour@benzinga.com. I have bounties anywhere from 10,000 to 50,000 to build different tools for us. And I have a list of them, 10 to 50,000. If I have 2 people doing this now. So 10,000 to 50,000 bounties that I will pay you in cash if you can do this stuff. We have holes at Benzinga and opportunities. If you want to level the playing field and give the Zinger Nation, give the average retail investor a chance, we're here for you. We're here to give you the money to build stuff, but we can't get the stuff done if we don't have the people. And I apologize for the ums. I was delaying. So thank you, Steve, for the feedback. That is amazing feedback. Appreciate it. I got to put that guy up there. So such a strong feedback, Steve Endeavor. All right. Who is taking it away? Rohan, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll take it over. Folks, Zinger Nation, we've had an epic show today. Coinbase IPO, lots of great conversation. Got a couple more of you guys viewing. Still, we gotta get that number up. We gotta get that like number up. Of course, we've talked about that. But an important announcement. I'll talk to you guys right here since the camera's here. If you don't know, in the last, pretty much yesterday, we started uploading to it. We have a new channel. It is the Benzinga Clips channel. I'm going to throw it on the screen right here so you guys can see it. Benzinga Clips. And wow, look at that subscriber number. Very, very sad number so far. I'm glad to have 167 of you guys there, but we need more. We need to grow this. And so actually some important news. Producer AB, I don't think he knows about this yet, but I got a notification a little bit earlier today that, in fact, if we do not get to 3,000 subscribers on this channel by this Friday, his job is in jeopardy. So, folks, we need to save Producer AB. If you want the show to keep going, we need its producer. So you got to hop over there and subscribe. I'm going to toss a link actually to a Gleam.io campaign.
I think that it would be helpful, though, Rohan, for you to explain why you're making them subscribe to another channel.
Absolutely. I was about to get into that. So why the Clips channel and why the main channel? You guys love the live streams. We love doing the live streams, and we love, creating clips from it. We sometimes you don't have time to watch the full live stream. Sometimes there's just a nice little bite of the best part of each show, information that needs to get out. That's what people search. That's what pops up on your homepage. And we want both channels to be able to succeed. And so by optimizing one channel that's only going to be live streams now, and one channel that's going to be our 10-minute and under uploads, you're able to also kind of avoid that subscriber, when you open your subscription box, there's like a ton of videos. We listen to you guys, and we're giving you the option to kind of mitigate that a little bit and not have too much from the Benzinga channel. So now what am I talking about here with this Gleam.io link that I pasted in the chat? I'm going to paste it again for you guys. Pre-market prep giveaway, where the 2 entries you can get in first is to subscribe to the Clips channel and to subscribe to the main channel if you're not already. And this way, we're helping you guys out. You are helping us out because you have a chance to win up to $100 in swag, Benzinga swag, just by entering this. And of course, come join over the Clips channel. So that's the goal, guys, this week. 3,000 subscribers by Friday. That is what we're shooting for. That is what producer AB is praying for, because he loves working here. He's here in Detroit in the office. He wants to stay. And Internet Enforcers, what is the strategy? Basically, like if you think of like Joe Rogan, right? All of his live streams are on the Joe Rogan Experience channel. Of course, they're moving over to Spotify now, but previously that was the structure. And then he had his Joe Rogan Clips channel. This is how we bring the attention of new viewers, new people to see Benzinga when they're searching for specific topics. Not everyone can sit and watch our all-day live streams. This is how we present information on both fronts and just appeal to a greater audience. So guys, if you want to see clips, won't be showing up on our main channel anymore. So make sure you subscribe to the Benzinga Clips channel.
So did coin break to 385 like I said it was going to, or 395? Aaron Bree, that's what we were here for. Did it break
I think it might be below what it opened at.
No think. We just need to know the facts. So, okay. So
no, it's at 389 right now.
Okay, so that's what so it's close. So,
oh no, I'm seeing 376 now. 376.
Well, so it went from 389 to 376 in 1 second. What just happened there?
I had to refresh something, I guess.
Exactly. All right, guys. Aaron Bree, he is new to the markets, but he's learning. I told you it was breaking 385. I told you guys that. Anyway, let's go back to what producer Rohan. I don't know where the heck he went. Rohan, what are you doing?
But someone in the comments said, "Don't tell me not to worry because McDonald's is hiring." We should go subscribe to the Clips channel because I'd rather work here than McDonald's. But
okay, so three things. This Clips versus live. I'm not a big proponent of it, but here's what's going on. I don't know where the Raz report ends up now. Does it end up in the live? Does it end up in the Clips? Who freaking knows? But that's that. The thing that I was gonna say to you is, YouTube sees us as a live channel and not as a Clips channel.
Exactly.
And so Rohan didn't mention that. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to keep his guard. But that is what they're saying. So they're doing an experiment. I don't fault experiments. And so is Coinbase 341, 350? What are we seeing?
No,
Coinbase is at 370 something, 376.5.
Okay, all right. So that's what's going on here. The truth is, we have about 87,000 subscribers to our Benzinga channel. We're spending about it's 4 a.m. we start at. We're spending like 12 hours a day of video. If we don't get to 100,000 subscribers on Benzinga, the live channel, Benzinga Live, by the end of April or beginning of May, I think we'll cut down the live shows from 9-10 hours to probably 4 hours. We already have 2 shows that we're considering putting on the cutting board. And so we do need to get to 100,000 subscribers on the Benzinga channel as well, because it doesn't make sense for us to invest about $300,000 a year into Benzinga video all day if there isn't the love and the subscription. So
yeah, we want to do this for you guys, but it is a business at the end of the day. You have to make it make sense for us, and we want to do it for you more than anything. So you guys can obviously be a part of that. We are Zinger Nation. We grow this together. So, share this. Seriously. That share button does so much for us. Share it with someone else who is interested in stock market, someone who you think could get interested in stock market. We are, we're a source of knowledge. We're trying to provide you the trade ideas daily and so much more. So folks, please share and let's grow this. Let's grow this community.
Yeah, Rohan, you said it amazing. So, yeah, exactly, Mateo. You got to create some accounts, whatever. We don't know.
If your parents have YouTube accounts, get on your parents' accounts. Sub to Benzinga.
Yeah, we're all family here. As James Santin Angel, I don't know how to pronounce that. Santin Gale, I can't pronounce it. So we're all family here. We totally are. I remember one day I pranked James last week and thought I was serious. I guess you shouldn't really prank over message because you never know context. So.
Hey, we have a comment here that's saying stocks. I think crypto is way more exciting. Well, listen, we know that crypto is a big part of this environment. It's only growing. And we have a team here building our crypto content, growing it. There's going to be a lot more than just the BZ Crypto Show coming, potentially an entire channel dedicated to that. So don't worry. We hear you.
So just put in that link. You got the link for they can sign up for it? Okay, cool. All right. So let's go.
Coinbase update. It's at 379, but we do got to wrap up here in a minute.
Yeah, no. So let's just get the subscriptions. Look at the other channel. Give the YouTube link, and the clips will be separated. Hope it'll be easier. We're just testing. Internet Enforcers we're working with too. He's going to give us ideas, and we're going to try a couple of different things. Internet Enforcers. There's a community that's been here forever, and we love you guys. And I share my accounts to help educate people on my mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes, and I share it because I want people to see. So keep it on the producer. AB gets razzed on the regular live on air, kind of humiliating. Do you know what he's talking about? Let's see what he's talking about. This guy right here.
Hey,
him and his son, maybe. When did you get razzed live on the air? Kind of humiliating. Was that? I mean, it wasn't today, but when was this?
Razz. No,
I feel like it's been a while since I've gotten razzed.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I don't know. I don't know. This guy he may be on a different show. Do you know, appreciate you when you went in the room with Aaron Thomas, your microphone was on the whole time?
Yeah, I know. I heard.
No. But even when you walked into the thing, like when you guys were talking and laughing, your microphone, I don't know what microphone you had on, but
it was his laptop. He had it on, yeah.
You had your laptop on you. It was you said something that I hope no one caught. So that's what I hope they didn't catch it. But you said something you shouldn't have said. So
that's my bad, y'all. I'm sorry, but like Rohan said, this is a business. We got to make it make sense. Hit those subs, hit those likes. Go back on our old videos and comment on them. Comment the plus sign.
Yeah. No, yeah, this channel is just to beg for subs. Yeah, we don't talk stocks. We don't talk stocks at all. I don't know. Go to our show. Go to our show and look at how many stocks. I mean, honestly, guys, if you're trading and you're not printing money using our account here, something's wrong. I mean, you could have bought that SYSX at $10, and sold it at 14. Okay, I put in the chat that I own some SYSX. I didn't sell it at 14 because I was doing the interview then, but you could have sold that for a 40% gain. Almost every day there's a 40% gainer in here. Anyone that's the haters here, I'll put this show against any show on the web against who's going to make you more money. I will put up $10,000 today against any of you haters. It's easy to hate. Let's put up real money. I'll put up $10,000 to your $2,000. So I'll give you a 5-to-1 odds. That's how confident. I'll give you 10-to-1 odds. I'll put it against your 1,000 that our show will produce more profits per day than any other show, TV, internet, any other show, based on guests coming on, based on the ideas that you see here. Do it over a month or 2-month time frame. 10-to-1 odds, 10,000 to 1,000. Anyone want to take it? Then let's go. Let's go. Email me. I don't care. I'll put the 10,000 in some account. You guys just someone monitor it. We'll make trades on it, but I promise you. So that's it, because there's no better show on the web that makes more money for people if you trade off these shows or high convictions. I mean, guys, come on. BTN. At BTN, I mean, I every day I talk to you about BTN. I wish, producer Rohan, that you had software that can take the words out of the video and take all the clips over the last 4 months that I said you have to be in BTN or you're just making a mistake. And now we're at $3.87, $4. I mean, that's like my biggest gainer stock in the last 2 months. It's unbelievable. Wait, why do I? Okay, can we ask a question? AJ Santamaro says, do a live demo trading account to prove your point. Why do a live demo trading account?
We put our live accounts on. There's no demo.
Demo is bullshit. AJ, it's not a demo's bullshit. I mean, demo, real cash, man. We're not faking shit on it.
Yeah, if you want to go to the FinTwit Furos, these like fake gurus, they paper trade and post their screenshots paper trade, and we do real accounts here.
Yeah, look at this. VYGVF, we had the CO on at 60 cents. It's at $24. Enough said. Now we could end the show. Like, subscribe. We do love you guys. All we're trying to do is help people make money, but we do live trades in the show. I don't know, AJ, Santamara, Maria. If you just want to do a demo account, that's great. I mean, that helps you learn. But we prefer live trades, and that's it. So again, my offer stands. Anyone reaches out, we'll make that bet right now, and it's real. The Benzinga Power Hour will take on any show, anytime, anywhere. Promise you. Boom.
All right, folks. And real quick, Coinbase currently at 366.39. And with that, we do have Jeff Ransdell, VC, live currently. And we want to make sure that that gets enough airtime. We're not trying to be selfish. Folks, remember, the Clips channel, we already saw like 100 subscriber gain. So thank you. Keep it running. And we will see you tomorrow. Peace.